ready.
Hello, my name is Ken Persky, and I've been part of Cashback World for just about 5 years. And one of the things we're going to start out with is just a few questions for yourself. More than a few. How many times does your money run out before the end of the month? In the last year, how many months? Just as a guess. Are you set financially? You're ready for retirement? Pretty much, as far as I know, most everybody has some form of debt. And are you living the lifestyle that you dreamed about when you were young or younger? And how much extra money do you think would make a difference for you and your family to earn extra in a month? And our goal is to basically show you a simple duplicatable system on how to achieve whatever your goals happen to be. And that's going to take about a half an hour to show you that.
And my name is Arlene-Laskey, and I am part of My World. We're specifically going to talk about Lyconet, the shopping network, or the marketer portion of My World. And my deal is, I think everybody wants to get the most they can out of every dollar they spend. I believe that everybody is basically doing the business of Lyconet. They're just not getting paid for it. So we're going to show you how that works and hopefully give you some value for the next half hour or so.
Mm-hmm. So as the financial advisor myself for about 3.5 years, so traditional investing, I understand. Basically, you sit down with a single person or a family and restructure the extra payments that they're making for nothing. So you'd free up typically between $500 and $3,000 a month, and then you'd make a financial plan for that couple or that individual. And it would say, hi, if you do this for, the next slide kind of shows you, for a long period of time, we can get you to your financial goals. And Arlene will kind of give a little bit background on this slide also. And in network marketing, specifically with Lyconet, we can show you how to not have that big pile of money initially, but to show you how to get the residual income in a fairly timely manner in 6 to 12 months.
And my experience with traditional investing is a typical investor where I put some money into the tax-free savings account or RSP or whatever it might be every paycheck or every month and see what happens and just hope that over the years your investment is going to grow more than inflation grows, and it's kind of a hoping game, and we think we have a better way here.
So I typically sit down with a family, like I said, and we'd say you get out of high school, you're 18 years old, and you go to school and you incur some debts, and it takes you till you're 25 before you have enough money to be able to put away. So you put, let's say, $300 a month for 7 years. And if it grew at 8% until you got to retirement, you'd have about $129,000 when you got to retirement. And I always thought that was a funny slide because, like, if you had a good habit, like, why would you stop at the age of 32? But I never went on and said that part. So part 2 is the main part of what we're going to say at the end of this is to start early. So part 2 is, again, the same person, 18, maybe they get married at 25, they have their first child, they have pay off their students' loans, they're just paying natural bills, and now they don't start that $300 a month until they're 32 years old. They put in 17 years for the money, and because of the compounding effect, they just didn't have enough time for that growth to happen, and they ended up with just about the same amount of money.
Cool. Now I'm going to talk about residual income because this is the best kind of income you can have. It's where you work for a certain time up front and you get paid for a long term down the road. It could be you write a best-selling novel or a hit song and you get paid those royalties. Or in this example, you have money in the bank earning a certain amount of interest. In this example, 5% interest. If you can get a bank to pay you 5% interest, in your savings account is pretty unlikely, but maybe if you have some other
please tell us.
Yeah. But in this example, we're going to take that 120,000, which is about what the last slide had saved up. So if you had $120,000 in the bank at 5% interest, your monthly residual income is $500. Now, 2 questions. Do you have $120,000 in the bank earning you 5% interest? Maybe, maybe not. And is $500 a month enough for you? I'm guessing the answer is no to both of those. But of course, it's a good idea to have some in this portion. But we want some layers in our income. We want more than just this.
So as a Lyconet marketer, I can sign up customers myself on the left-hand side, and I can go shopping myself. So I'm going to get paid between 1% to 5% cash back for seeking out merchants that are Cashback World merchants. I can refer members for free, basically through an app, and as they go shopping in the world, they're going to get paid the cash back, but I get paid on the shopping volume of the shopping community that I helped create. And I can also refer merchants, and basically the second part of this is I am a loyalty merchant also at the same time. So myself, in the first 5 months of being a loyalty merchant, I had a record sales all 5 months that I was a loyalty merchant. I had a 24% increase between 2016 and 2017 from June until the end of October. I'm a seasonal business. And that was basically just from my existing customers. I signed up my existing customers. I rewarded my customers for being loyal shoppers for all that period of time. And they definitely appreciated it by coming back and spending money more often. Now, decreasing expenses, because I'm a loyalty merchant, I also have to spend money at places that I normally would anyways. So I can decrease my expenses with that. But the other part of decreasing expenses is I only pay a fee if a Cashback World customer comes to my door, spends money, and a pre-approved fee is paid to Cashback World. Cashback World takes 1% to 2% off the top, and then the rest comes back to the membership of that 1% to 5% cashback, depending on the merchant, and something called the loyalty point. Now, from a marketer or a merchant, the great part about what this program is you can actually earn residual income because you sign up your customer, and as they leave you personally or your business and go out and spend in the world, you can actually generate a 1% net cash back to yourself because your customers shopped outside the store. I've never ever heard of anything like this in any business that I've ever seen, and they're just shopping where they want to shop. You're not telling where they have to, but you get a residual income because they've shopped outside your store, or as a marketer, one of 130,000 places worldwide.
Nice. And like Ken just said, worldwide. So there's over 120,000 loyalty merchants worldwide, and over, I think it's 11 million shoppers now. So you can see all the countries that are part of our Cashback World. And if you happen to know people in those countries, you can invite them to join your loyalty network, and you can profit when they go shopping if you're a marketer. Or as a marketer, there's some other ways you can take advantage of this global marketplace without even knowing anybody in those countries. We're going to show you that a little bit later. But you just kind of think about the possibilities there worldwide. That's pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm. So when I initially seen this slide, I went, this makes sense to me. Have I ever gone to a movie? Have I ever gone to Canadian Tire? Have I ever spent Shoppers Drug Mart or any of those places? They all have their own loyalty card and their own loyalty program. I can piggyback on Cashback World with their loyalty program at the same time and double dip or triple dip. So it's not about just shopping. People, I think it's 81% of people will go to a place that has a loyalty card. So our loyalty card is good at 130,000 places, and you're just redirecting your expenses to places that you're going to get paid at. It's a pretty simple system. And this presentation is for training purposes only. The numbers we're about to show you are basically how hard you want to work and how much effort you want to put into growing your shopping community worldwide.
Mm-hmm. And one thing that I thought about this slide is that it's really great in Canada because most communities in Canada have many of these stores, if not all of them. Even small centers have some of them. So it's not like a loyalty program that's only good in a local pocket. This is good for most of Canada. Plus then there's online shopping and then the small businesses, which we talked about. But I think it's amazing how much you can do in Canada.
So the power of zero. Basically, Uber is a company that has other people who own the taxis or own their cars are found on an app. the driver of that car has volunteered to be part of Uber. They pay the gas, they pay all the expenses and all the insurance, and Uber takes a small portion of whatever that sales happens to be. Facebook is the world's largest media outlet, and they don't have content. None of the content is theirs. It's all basically we, the members, are the ones that fill in the content. Airbnb, same type of thing as Uber. If you happen to have a rental place somewhere, or a rental property somewhere in the world, you can put your rental property up for rent, and as shoppers seek you out, they have money in their hand and they're looking for a place to basically get a cheaper rate or a house or whatever their dreams are for their vacation. And Airbnb gets paid. So Cashback World is the largest shopping community there is in the world at this moment in time. And they own none of the stock that's in any of the stores. So basically, they take a small portion off of all the transactions that happen, and we as the consumer get to benefit because our shoppers are shopping at places that they spend money anyways.
And Lyconet, being the marketer portion of Cashback World, is great. People that just want a little bit of extra cash on their everyday shopping, perfect, they can be a free shopper. But if you want more than that, if you have financial goals, which could be anything for you, it could be a boat or a car or a vacation or a home, or maybe just you want to pay off some debt or you want to set up your retirement, those can be your goals. And Lyconet can help you reach those goals. And remember, we're not selling anything, but we earn when people buy everything. And like we said before, the income is based on the growth of the shopping community. And the potential is endless.
Mm-hmm. So there's two main ways to earn income with Lyconet. There's something called a career commission. And what that is we heard about you get 1 to 5% cash back, and you're also generating something called a shopping point as you go shopping. And it's the gathering of those points that help you in your career levels. And the balance commission is basically you can either shop to get a unit, or you can purchase a unit at the beginning of the month, and we're going to show you what that looks like. And it's a teeter-totter effect of that unit, and we're going to show you what that kind of looks like in the next couple slides.
Nice. So the career commissions, that's based on how many shopping points in your organization in 1 month. So when you have, for instance, 5,000 shopping points in 1 month, you become career level 1. And the numbers at the top are the approximate range of what your income could be. So if you think to yourself, what kind of income would make a good difference in my life? Would an income that just help you pay your bills be good, or would you want an income that it replaces your current job? You kind of decide what your goals are. And kind of a couple of cool things are career level 4 and above, there's a car bonus, and career level 7 and above, there's the international bonus, where you get a small percentage of all the shopping around the world of everybody, whether they're on your team or not.
And I've never ever heard of a networking company that's ever had that. So how would you like, do you think a level 7, 1 million points would actually change your life? And that's 1 million points in a month, and kind of go, wait a minute, Ken, like 1 million points, how many people are going to get there? Well, you get there by doing, it's like eating an elephant. You do it one bite at a time. We have a simple duplicatable plan that says if you help 2 people and they help 2 people, the potential of getting there is there within, I think we've got about 1.5 years or somewhere around that time, with just 2 people helping 2 people. And the career bonus at the bottom is $30,000 per month, and you multiply that between 2 to 2.5 times, and that's what your monthly income would be. And for most people, that might be a whole year income.
Yeah, for me, that would be like getting my annual income in each month.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good to me.
It'd be a good happy problem to have.
Yeah. And then there's the balance commission. So these ones, you create units, which we'll show you momentarily, by shopping at places that pay you to accumulate those shopping points, and by purchasing discount vouchers, something called Easy Shop Plus, which is a monthly order of discount vouchers or shopping points to get units. And the units can also be redeemed when you go shopping. So when you go shopping, you get something called recash, which pays you back for the shopping points. So that's really cool. You can accumulate these units without really, well, you pay for them, but then you get paid back. So I think it's pretty cool.
So what is a unit? Simply, a unit is 50 shopping points, and what happens once you accumulate 50 shopping points, you get something called a unit, and you can get that unit or purchase that unit by doing Easy Shop Plus, and we'll show you what that looks like, or a discount voucher. And in this particular graph, it shows 4 blue units, all of your 5 blue units, all of your units that drop into your accounting matrix are blue. Your customers and your marketers are white and orange. And just as people start to go shopping and units drop into your system, we like to call this a money funnel. So if your unit's on the bottom, it will start to get paid out because people are doing things that they're doing anyways. And as the marketers' units, like let's say the orange one, they start to build their shopping community, everybody benefits because we're all helping each other.
Mm-hmm. So there's 2 ways to create the units. One is through shopping. So you shop first and earn later. And it takes about $1,500 of shopping to accumulate 50 shopping points. And that could be more shopping depending on how many shopping points you get per shopping, or per whatever the cost of your shopping. And once that 50 shopping points goes into that money funnel, the balance program, once you have 35 units on one side of that and 35 on the other, then you get paid out commissions and balance bonus of $765. So each unit that you got through shopping didn't cost you anything. You were going to go shopping anyway. Pays out $765, cash and shopping credit. Pretty cool. But there's another way to do it where you shop later that you get to earn right away. And that's by buying the discount voucher or being on Easy Shop Plus. And that speeds up your program. So you buy the Easy Shop Plus, costs $75. It gets you 50 shopping points. That goes into the balance program, the money funnel. And the same thing, 35 units on the right, 35 on the left, pays you $765. At the same time, as you go shopping, you get that recash. So it's paying you back for the shopping that you do.
And that's not the end of the story. So that's just the beginning of the story. So we just talked about one level, one $75 unit. As it goes up through the system, there's 5 levels or 5 escalators up in a building or floors in an elevator, however you want to look at this. Once that unit goes 35 units on the left and 35 units on the right, we heard that you get $765 in Cashback World credit and cash. And it goes up the escalator to the second level, and it's called a free transfer unit. So they say, thank you for building a great shopping community. We're going to put a unit into level number 2. And as that unit starts to cycle at the same time, it'll pay you out $495 in cash when it goes to level 3, that 30/30, up the next level. 25/25 pays another $1,650 for a total of $24,000, a little over $24,000 for that $75 unit. As it travels through the system, it might take you 15, 20 years. Who knows how long it's going to take you. If you keep doing the program and being consistent with what you're doing, this is kind of like a retirement plan. You're putting money into today, and you're letting it grow with hard work on your own part, and you're just helping build a team, and everybody's benefiting from the same program.
Pretty cool. And we're going to show you kind of how this would work. And let's say you go out and buy a sofa or a refrigerator. It costs you $1,500, but the merchant that you went to pays out 3% cash back and 2 shopping points per $150 purchase. So I'll show you what happens with a shopper, the shopper experience. And the shopper gets that 3% cash back. So that's $45 gets sent into their bank account the next week after you spend it. Pretty cool. And they get the shopping points. So 2 shopping points per 150 gives you 20 shopping points. What does that do? Well, a shopper gets shopping points for shopping. Now, each shopping point's worth $7.50 to $15. So that's like getting at least $150 in future discounts. And that's it for the shopper. They're happy because they got cash back. And maybe they got points on their credit card too. And they got a new fridge or sofa, whatever. Now, Ken, you can talk about what happens to
a marketer.
Or merchant.
Let's talk about the shopper again. So a lot of times people get confused with saying a loyalty card, and because we say we have cash back into your bank account, they go, well, why would I want to have this? Like, that makes no sense. I'm already getting 2% on my Visa. I'm getting 2% on my MasterCard. I'm getting 6%. I'm getting 5%. The great part about this program is if you already have a cash back Visa or MasterCard, you can spend like you normally would, get paid that extra cash back for your Visa or MasterCard, and get an additional $45 cash back for this purchase. So that I want to point that out, because a lot of times we lose people a little bit going, free card, I get more on my cashback card or cashback Visa MasterCard. So as a loyalty or as a marketer or as a merchant, this is how the system works. So this particular merchant, let's say for myself, I'm a 7% rebate, and I only pay that 105% to Cashback World when a purchase is $105. Sorry, I didn't hear myself. So 105%, that'd be a bad thing. So I pay that $105 to Cashback World. They would give $45 to the customer, and here's where the rest of the money would go to. So 1% would go to Cashback World. So that's $15 for their services, and 1% goes to what's called a marketing bonus. So if I'm a merchant, I'm going to get 1% cash back because my customer is spent outside my establishment. If I'm a marketer, I'm going to get paid $15 because my customer's gone and spent money at places that they wanted to spend anyways. But more importantly, as a marketer, I also get the same discount that I would as a shopper. And here's what the 20 shopping points end up being. So it's a promotional tool for myself as a marketer or as a merchant to promote shopping outside or for regular shopping for our customers. And remember us saying that every shopping point as a marketer or as a merchant, I get paid $1.50 recash from that $75 that I put into the system. So we generated 20 shopping points. 20 times $1.50 is $30 back to me as the marketer for basically a shopper spending money where they want to. So if you look at the system, I as a marketer would get paid $45 if my shopper went spending money outside the system, and my customer would get paid $45. Kind of a great system. If I was the shopper myself as the marketer, I would get paid $75, and I'd pretty much have my full $75 that I put into the system, and I'd recash 30 of it. So I'd still have coupons in my shopping community to continue shopping going forward.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And to start with, you can start with, everybody starts with a starter pack. That's what we recommend, because you get some business tools, some friendship flyers, some online business tools, and just to get you started. Makes it a good professional start to your business. Then you get Easy Shop Plus, which is that monthly order of discount vouchers that we talked about. And that gives you the unit. So Easy Start Basic, $124 is the starter pack at Easy Shop Plus. You can do, that's 1 unit. You can also do 4 units or 7 units. So we think of that as small, medium, large, or good, better, and best. So it kind of depends. What is your budget and what are your goals? Remembering that 1 unit pays out in that balance program, so $765. How many units do you want? And how many can you afford?
What's your budget? So you can earn extra income just by basically sharing what we're showing today, and learn how to earn the extra bonus income from millions of customers around the globe. There are actually a couple of people that have a couple million shoppers at this moment in time. And the way the system works is that once you have 7 units in your initial balance category 1 matrix, on the 8th unit, you can reset your own personal setting to basically, instead of units dropping into your own personal program, it drops into the national country rotation. And now it'll drop into, let's say, Great Britain, Philippines, whatever it happens to be on the 9th of every month, another unit, as long as you're putting $75 in the system, or up to $225. You can do 1 to 3 units per month, and it just goes in the natural rotation. And you don't have to have a shopper in those countries. This ESP, or Easy Shop Plus, will actually drive your units without you having anybody signed up in any of those countries, and shopping also drives it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a mathematical person. That's my thing. And what I'm about to show you may sound like it's hard to understand, but I'm also a chef. And basically the way that I learned how to be a chef, and the thing that I've learned, and I'm sure everybody's in the same thing with whatever job you happen to be in, you start out by being a rookie and you just learn as you go. Arlene likes to say we get to earn as we learn, and that's a great concept. You don't have to know the presentation, but I've been in other networking where the person says, don't worry about it, we're not going to tell you how it works, and we're here to kind of tell you how it works, how to get off to a fast start.
And this
so the concept is
recorded so that you can play it again.
Mm-hmm. And listen to it more than once. It took me probably 6 months worth of listening and learning to be able to come up with everything. So the concept is 5. So one person gets 5 people. And this is what we're going to show you. So we recommend starting with 4 units each. So 5 people, 4 units at $75 is $300 plus the starter kit. That's where the $349 comes from. And you'll have about 200 shopping points. If you recruit 5 people in your first 30 days, you'd have about 1,000 shopping points. And here's the type of income that you can potentially earn in your first month. So you get about $103.50 back. So that's about 1/3 of your money in the first 30 days. But more importantly, and you have 5 people that have basically starting to smile and they're starting to go, I can do this. More importantly, that $103.50 is more than $75. That's the important part. It's like we want you to get off to a fast enough start that you're starting to see a little bit of money coming back. In any small business, basically you're putting money back into your small business to help it grow. And this is the same type of concept. So you're going to put $75 in the second month, and your 5 people are each going to teach their 5 people to get 5 people. So you'd have about 30 people in your first 60 days. And now all of a sudden you have a crowd and it's starting to look good. And what would happen in the second month is that unit that we talked about, 35 on the left and 35 on the right, that wasn't individuals. It was a bunch of people putting into a little bit of money into the system, and you earn potentially another $1,000 in your second month, which is more than $75. And the 5 we're teaching, 5 gets 5. And the third month will start to take care of itself, because
look at all those people.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Like 125 people within your first 3 months. And no one's put a lot of money into the system. So myself, when I was introduced to this program, it said, hi, if I put a bunch of money in and I get other people put a bunch of money in, we'll all get rich fast. And the thing that I noticed was that you run out of people with a bunch of money. And that's a lot of times with networking is that you get excited, you get other people excited, and the momentum starts to run away because the 4th generation's not earning any income. Well, this is a way of helping everybody start to get off to a faster start and enjoy learning as we earn. So the potential is that you'd have $100 worth of marketing bonus because your people have gone shopping. They've spent about $10,000 a month. There is 3 more units going to be cycling in the third month. So you'd have $1,800 worth of credit. And the way the credit works is you spend the money like you normally would at a loyalty merchant, and as soon as the merchant pays Cashback World, you're going to get that $1,800 back into your bank account to respend again. And total commissions and career bonuses are potentially another $4,500 in the third month. And all you've put into the system is about $499 in your first 3 months. And you potentially earn. So if you're saying, I don't have enough money to do this, or I'm struggling with the thought of what this is, it's a small amount of money will grow faster than a large amount of money will. And that's the way I kind of describe it is, if you went to your employer and asked for 1 penny today, 2 pennies tomorrow, 4 pennies, and you got them to sign a contract for 31 days, you would earn a little over $10.5 million in 31 days. And that's the same type of concept that this is. If everybody's putting a little bit in and we're all helping and working towards a goal of whatever your financial goal is, potentially you're at level 3, and that's earning between $1,500 and $2,300 a month within 3 months. And that's the equivalent in residual income of having almost $500,000 in some form of investments, earning 5% money in 3 months. I don't know. That's pretty duplicatable to me. That's pretty simple.
But what if you don't get off to that amazing start? Oh, so sad. It's not too late. As long as you stay on Easy Shop Plus. Easy Shop Plus has some advantages. And the benefits are that you stay commission eligible. Even if you're not a career level, if you're on Easy Shop Plus, you are eligible to get all of the incomes that you earn. And that's pretty good. You're still putting units in, so those units are still growing over time as you add members to your team, and they put units in. And as you join the international rotation, and everybody's putting units in internationally. So it's kind of like a long-term savings vehicle for about the cost of a cup of coffee a day. Plus, because of recash, you're getting paid back for your shopping. So it may not even cost you that cup of coffee a day. Pretty good news.
So what if all you got was 2 people involved, and they did the $349, and they put 4 units into the system? What would that look like? So if you got 2 people, you'd have 3 people in the first month, and you'd have about 900 shopping points, and you'd make a little bit of money. And your 2 people told 2 people, and they did their 4 units, you'd earn a little bit more money, and they told their 2, and now you're at about 15 people within the first 3 months. And you put 349 and 150, you put about $524 in the system, and potentially you're going to have a unit cycle, and you're going to earn $150 to $450 a month. So that's pretty good. With your effort, you're starting to earn a pretty good income. And if you continue doing that, by month 5, you'd be at a level 2, qualified for level 2. You're going to earn about $300 to $900 a month. And if it kept going and you had 127 marketers just basically following this duplicatable system, you could be earning between $750 and $2,300 a month in your first 6 months. Again, do you think that you could have $500,000? You're not going to have $500,000. Like, you're not going to have $500,000 in the bank, but the residual income of $750 to $2,300 a month, potentially in your first 6 months, and all you did was 2 people, help 2 people, help 2 people, help 2 people. And we got a little skit that kind of shows that on the next slide.
Do you know 2 people that might also be looking for a way to reach some of their financial goals?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. So,
how do we get a monkey?
That's gonna work. I don't know. Oops. So I think my something are happening with my videos, but Mike Myers is saying, you tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, and so on, and so on, and so on.
And a reputation's built.
Yeah. Okay. We'll move on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. There we go. Anyway, I believe that Lyconet and Cashback World has something for everybody. If you're the kind of person who likes fun, this is great. You can be part of a positive group, motivated people where you go to events worldwide. I went to Prague this year. I've been to Florida and Las Vegas and Fort McMurray and Vancouver and Calgary, all for this company. And we have a lot of fun when we get together. Plus, you're doing good stuff too. If you're the kind of person.
And you got cash back for shopping in Nova Scotia.
That's right, for traveling. If you're the kind of person who likes to help other people, remember we have 2 charities. So a little bit of all the shopping supports our charities, Child and Family Foundation and Greenfinity. Plus, you're helping other people achieve their dreams and goals. If you get jazzed by helping people get out of financial hardship, this is a great thing for you to do. Now, if you're the kind of person that just wants to, show me the money and wants to earn money, that's great. We need more leaders in our company. And this is not get rich quick, but you can, over time, replace the income that you're earning at your job, and maybe retirement income, and whatever your goals are, we can work with you. Now, if you're the kind of person who likes a lot of information, likes to do some planning, we can help you too. And that's actually me and Ken. So this business can help you get set up for retirement, or, like I said, any other financial goals. We will give you the help, the support, and the information that you need. So like I said, I think this has got something for everybody, and we would love to have you as part of our group.
And again, when I have been going through this, one of the persons, it was about 2 years ago, that when they came forward and did their presentation, they said they want to do networking that does no harm. And to me, that really resonated with me, because I've seen people spend $300 to $500 a month, and then they go on trips and they do all kinds of stuff, and they're going backwards like $7,000 to $10,000 a month. And networking is a great way to earn extra income, and you have tax write-offs and all that kind of fun stuff. But a lot of times people do go backwards, and we're about putting a smaller amount in and going forward and seeing smiles on people's faces as they start to earn that extra income. So from a marketer standpoint or a merchant standpoint, your goal is to get to 1,000 points, which doesn't sound like a lot of income, but if you can help duplicate that concept and they teach their people to get to 1,000 points each, now you're at 5,000 points. If your 5 people teach 5 people to get to 5,000, now you're at potentially 10 to 25,000 points. And this can potentially happen like 3 months, 6 months, less than, depending on however fast you want to grow. And it's the teaching of people to get to 1,000 points is kind of the basic concept of what we've come up with. And if you're working on 2 teams, if you've been in networking before, 2 teams or 2 legs, you're going to be closer to the smaller number of the 2. If you have 5 or more teams working all together, pulling together on one goal, you're going to be closer to the bigger number. So I always said for myself that I'd rather be told, hi, you know what, the system works better with 5. It works okay with 2, but it works better with 5 or more. And that can be over a period of time. You don't have to have 5 in 1 month. We showed you the 2 in 1 month you can do pretty well, but you want to continue building enough teams until you have 5 or more.
Mm-hmm. So based on what you've learned, are you ready to earn some extra income? Can you see yourself sharing this? We don't expect you to do the presentation. We just want you to bring people to the presentation so that we can help you share with your friends. And we can help you to be a marketer, to be a successful marketer.
So basically what we showed you is being a Lyconet marketer. We've given you an option of 1, 4, or 7 units at a time. And which number do you think you feel most comfortable with? And if you want to listen to this more than one time until you feel comfortable that what we're showing you is the same each month or each week or whatever long it takes you, we welcome you back week after week until you feel comfortable with where you're at. And we're not here to pressure you into doing something that you don't want to do. I believe that when someone's ready, then they're going to go forward because they're not pressured and they're going to be successful either way, but they're going to be successful in their own mind going forward. And we ask you to, once you start doing Easy Shop Plus, you want to put that $75 a month in each month because, again, potentially you're earning that $75 back, so it's not costing you anything. Once you've done it for a period of time, you're going to go, of course I want to do this because it's helping me in my retirement plans or my income for today.
And we do have some online resources, and we're getting more training resources coming, which is great news. But for now, we do have mycashback.ca, which is training to shop. Because we're a shopping community, we want you to be shopping, and you think, oh, I know how to shop, but it's just a little different. You just have to make a slight adjustment in your regular shopping plans, and you get paid to shop. Pretty good. And cashback.club has some training videos as well as information, which is great. Now, when you go to mycashback.ca/events, you get the website or the webinar schedules. And I see a typo there. And as you see, 7:30 on Tuesdays is when we start. And it's a presentation that introduces Cashback World and Lyconet, which is great. On Friday, actually, Ken, you talk about Friday.
And specifically for Friday, my wife is Philippine. I have sisters and multiple sisters in the Philippines, 5 other sister-in-laws, and 1 brother-in-law. And when I see this particular program, as good as it sounds, for $765 per unit in the Philippines for a 3,250 peso unit, can pay out over 33,000 pesos, which is the equivalent of about 60 to 70 days worth of wages for an entire family. People send money home every single month, or not people, but Filipinos send money home every month to be able to help their family out. Well, wouldn't it be great if we could actually, or not could, when they're actually earning enough income by building a shopping community outside the Philippines that they would be earning potentially more money than you're earning even here in Canada or United States or any of the 47 countries. So the potential of what this is, I believe, is absolutely amazing for the Philippines or any country that's part of this that has a dollar value less than, let's say, Canada, United States, or Europe.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, thanks for coming, and I'm going to stop recording, and then we'll open it to questions.